Hey, welcome back to the channel, where we dig into real stories that hit you right in the gut, the kind that make you laugh, shake your head, maybe even tear up a little. Picture this. It's a crisp spring morning in Maple Grove, a sleepy little suburb just outside Raleigh, North Carolina, where the lawns are always mowed, the mailboxes match, and everybody waves like they mean it. But for Matt Dawson, a regular guy with a kid, a mortgage, and a beat-up but reliable 2010 Camry, that morning was about to turn his quiet life upside down. His car was gone, snatched from his driveway, and what started as a frustrating mix-up spiraled into a showdown that changed his neighborhood forever. Matt's the kind of guy you'd grab a beer with. Software developer, early 40s, not flashy but solid, you know? He and his wife, Lauren, moved to Maple Grove 5 years ago, chasing that suburban dream for their 6-year-old daughter, Ellie. It was all perfect on paper. Tidy houses, good schools, kids riding bikes till the streetlights came on. But there was a shadow over Maple Grove, one Matt had mostly ignored until that morning. The Ironwood Homeowners Association, or HOA, run by Greg Callahan, a guy who treated the neighborhood like his personal kingdom. Greg was the type who'd fine you for a weed in your yard or a basketball hoop left out overnight, always with this smug grin, like he was doing you a favor by keeping Maple Grove classy. Matt had grumbled about the rules, who wouldn't? But he kept his head down, paid his dues, parked his Camry in the driveway, and called it a day. That morning, though, everything changed. Matt was rushing to get Ellie to school, her backpack bouncing as she chattered about her new art project. He stepped outside, keys in hand, and stopped dead. The driveway was empty. No Camry, no nothing, just a blank slab of concrete staring back at him. His stomach dropped. Stolen? Vandalized? Then he saw it. A piece of paper taped to his front door, flapping in the breeze, with the Ironwood HOA logo stamped at the top. Vehicle towed for violation of updated parking regulations. It read something about unsightly or outdated vehicles not being allowed outside a garage. Matt's jaw tightened as he read it again, disbelief turning to heat in his chest. Unsightly? His Camry wasn't winning any beauty contests, but it was clean, paid off, and got him to work every day. And updated regulations? He hadn't heard a peep about any new rules. Lauren stepped out, coffee mug in hand, and saw his face. "What's wrong?" she asked, her voice sharp with worry. Matt handed her the notice, his words coming out clipped. "They towed my damn car, Lauren, from our driveway. No warning, nothing." Ellie peeked out, sensing the tension, and Matt forced a smile to keep her calm, but inside, he was fuming. This wasn't just about a car. It was about someone reaching into his life and yanking something away, like they had the right. Matt stormed inside, grabbed his phone, and dialed the HOA office, pacing the kitchen like a caged animal. A chirpy voice answered, "Ironwood HOA. This is Tammy. How can I help?" And Matt fought to keep his tone even. "Yeah, Tammy, this is Matt Dawson on Willow Lane. My car was towed last night, and I want to know why." There was a pause, some keyboard clicks, then Tammy's voice shifted, all fake sympathy. "Oh, Mr. Dawson, your vehicle violated our new parking rules. No cars over 10 years old outside a garage. We sent an email about it a few weeks ago." Matt's grip on the phone tightened. "Email? I didn't get any email, and I check my inbox every day. You can't just tow my car without telling me." Tammy sighed, like he was the problem. "The board approved it, sir. You'll need to pay $450 to get your car back, plus sign a compliance form for the new rules." Matt laughed, bitter and sharp. "You're kidding, right? You steal my car, and I'm the one who pays? This is insane." Tammy's voice went cold. "If you don't comply, there'll be more fines, Mr. Dawson. Have a nice day." The line went dead, and Matt stood there, staring at his phone, feeling like he'd been punched. He didn't waste time. "I'm getting my car," he told Lauren, grabbing his wallet. At the tow yard, a grizzled guy named Carl handed him the bill, $450, cash or card. Matt swallowed his anger, paid, and spotted his Camry wedged between a rusty pickup and a minivan. As he drove home, the receipt crumpled in his pocket. He called Lauren. "Got it back," he said, voice tight. "But this isn't over. They're not getting away with this." Lauren's voice was steady, fierce. "We'll fight it, Matt. If they're breaking their own rules, we'll make them pay." That night, Matt and Lauren turned their dining room into a war room. Papers everywhere, HOA newsletters, old emails, Nothing about any new parking rules. Lauren dug out the ironwood HOA bylaws, a thick binder they'd barely glanced at since moving in. After hours of flipping pages, she jabbed a finger at a line. Major rule changes require a community vote, minimum 60% approval. Matt leaned back, a spark in his eyes. They didn't vote. They just decided, and that's against their own damn rules. The next day, Matt started knocking on doors. His neighbor, Dave, a plumber with a work van, had been hit $600 to get his van back, called a commercial vehicle violation. Across the street, Maria got slapped with a $200 fine for her porch planters, deemed non-compliant. These weren't just rules, they were shakedowns, and Greg Callahan was the ringleader, picking fights with anyone who didn't bow to his vision of perfection. Matt wasn't a lawyer, but he knew this stank of abuse. He called Rachel Harper, a local attorney who ate HOAs for breakfast. Over coffee, Rachel scanned the bylaws and Matt's pile of evidence, photos of his spotless Camry, screenshots of his empty inbox, and Dave and Maria's stories. "This is textbook overreach," she said, her voice calm but lethal. "No notice, no vote, and that voicemail from Tammy? That's intimidation. We're taking them to court." Matt felt a surge of hope, but also dread Greg wouldn't go down easily. The HOA didn't back off. Tammy left voicemails, her tone dripping with venom. "Mr. Dawson, park that car in your garage, or we'll tow it again." Matt saved everyone, forwarding them to Rachel. Meanwhile, Greg called an emergency HOA meeting, flyers stuffed in every mailbox, preaching community unity. Matt showed up, Dave and Maria at his side, Rachel watching from the back. The community center was packed, tension thick as fog. Greg stood at the podium, all polished arrogance. "Folks," one resident, he shot a look at Matt, "is stirring up trouble, spreading lies to tear us apart. Our rules keep Maple Grove elite." Matt stood, heart pounding but voice steady. "Lies, Greg? You towed my car with no warning, broke your bylaws, and bullied half this room. I'm not the problem, you are." Whispers spread, some nods, some glares, but the room was alive, and Greg's smirk faltered. The courtroom was a different beast. Rachel laid out the case like a surgeon. No email, no vote, bylaws ignored, plus financial records showing Greg's HOA pocketing thousands in fines, targeting folks like Matt who didn't kiss the ring. Matt took the stand, voice raw but clear, telling how that empty driveway felt like a violation of his home. Dave and Maria backed him up, their stories painting Greg as a petty tyrant. When Greg testified, Rachel pounced. "Mr. Callahan, where's the vote record for this rule?" Greg stammered, sweat beading. "We deemed it urgent." Rachel's eyes gleamed. "Your bylaws don't allow that, do they?" The judge's stare was ice, and Greg had no answer. The verdict hit like thunder. The HOA's actions were illegal, the rule voided, and they owed Matt $120,000 for damages and stress. The courtroom buzzed, Dave clapping Matt's shoulder, Maria wiping tears. Greg resigned days later, tail between his legs, and Maple Grove elected Lisa Tran, a no-nonsense mom who ran on fairness. Lisa asked Matt to consult on new rules, and he said yes, wanting to protect what they'd fought for. The neighborhood changed. People spoke up at meetings, laughed at potlucks, parked their cars wherever they damn well pleased. Dave's van sat proud in his driveway. Maria's planters bloomed bright. One evening, Matt washed his Camry, Ellie playing nearby, Lauren leaning against the porch rail. "Feels like a different place," she said, smiling. Matt grinned, water dripping from his sponge. "Yeah, all it took was one towed car." They laughed, the sunset warm, neighbors waving as they passed. But here's the thing, Matt's fight started with him, but it woke something bigger. Was he a hero, or just a guy pushed too far? Could Maple Grove stay this way, or would someone else try to play king? I want to hear from you. Have you ever faced an HOA like this, or stood up to a bully in your town? Drop it in the comments, share your story, and let's keep this conversation going. Hit that like button if you're Team Matt, and I'll see you in the next one.